Jeannie Edwards, thank you for talking with me this morning. You mentioned in the panel discussion about the importance of diversity and inclusion and the role that will play in future industry direction. Can you expand on that?
Yes, I mean what I said in the meeting was that we keep talking about diversity, and we can run all the metrics we like, and we can pay women more, we can do whatever we like, but until we actually get that men and women are different, we're not going to make any difference. We lost the message with legislation saying everybody must be equal. We lost the message, and we thought that meant everybody must be treated equally, we expect everybody to behave equally. It doesn't work like that. So if you take a group of men and you put them together, they will behave in a certain way. If you take a group of women and put them together, they will behave in a certain way. If you take a minority from each one of those groups and put it with the other major group, they will be alienated by that behaviour. So I think if we in industry can understand that behaviours we need to remind everybody not to be alienating, that will help. And I think the other thing is that, and all of this is very much my opinion, but women join engineering because they actually want to make a difference. They want to worry about the social aspect of engineering. They want to understand, how this is going to impact on the future generations. Men tend to join engineering because they want to build things. They want to build bigger things and better things, and they want to improve society, but they don't have that integral element that the women will have that says, what impact is this going to have on our future generations? And we lose women from the industry because actually, yes, they join, but they lose interest because there's not that social side that we as an industry go to the clients and say, we want to win your work, we want to do the water work, we want to build this. We don't also say, we also want to help you with how you impact socially on your society. And if we did that, we'd actually keep women in the industry.
So how do you think AC, as the trade association for the consultancy and engineering sector, can help to push that agenda and push that issue higher up?
I think we can push it higher up. I think we can push it up to our politicians, and we can put it up to our industry leaders. We also need to push it up to our teachers and our head teachers, because even today, in kindergarten, girls are being handed girls' stuff, boys are being handed boys' stuff. And if you look at the Christmas adverts, all the toys are coming out, you watch very carefully. It's all gender oriented. Now, I'm not saying that gender doesn't exist, but I am saying that we are brainwashing people with sleepwalking into that brainwashing. And we shouldn't be doing that. We really shouldn't be. This truly is equality. And I think we've just lost the message. So you can tell I feel pretty passionate about it.
I was going to say, yes.
I really do.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I've been saying this for so many years and nobody's listening. But I think people are beginning to listen. Because what was said earlier today about this younger generation coming up with this digital revolution, they're tweeting each other, they're really smart. They don't care whether the person they're tweeting is a boy or a girl. They've been educated together, they've grown up together, and they're just getting in it together, and their behavioural aspects are together. So it's kind of a dilution, if you like, of these extreme behaviours, which is all for the good.
Yeah, and AC has a diversity and inclusion report coming out in the next few weeks, and that will hopefully make a difference. And so you presumably would like us to see us sort of push that and
yes,
really...
I would. Yes, I really would. That, we need to understand what drives people. If we understand what drives people, we can keep them in the industry, and we won't lose them to other factors.
So changing subjects, you're here at the CEO conference. What else are you hoping to hear and learn?
Well, I've already
over the 2
heard and learned quite a lot. I'm delighted that we've got somebody here on cybersecurity.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a huge burgeoning area. You know, as we get much smarter with IT, and the millennial generation coming up, they were almost in the womb, you know, able to pattern out things. You know, the kids come out knowing how to do something. And my husband always says, if you want to know how to get something new working, just go and borrow a 10-year-old child. You know, because we're at an age where we don't know. But he's right. Go and borrow a 10-year-old child or a 2-year-old child. And I think one thing that was said today, which was so smart, the millennials are coming out. They arrive with an expectation of, you know, tweeting and communicating and being smart on their computers. You know, give them the tools to enable them. Give them the freedom to operate within correct bounds, obviously, and then just take their ideas, because they're the ones with the smart ideas. They're the ones with the ideas for the future. It's no point saying you've just joined the company, so you've got to do 2 years before anybody's going to listen to you. Oh, please, those days are gone. Those days are gone. These kids are coming in with great ideas. Grab them and make those kids feel that they're part of that company. I think it's such an old-fashioned attitude to say you've got to be here for 2 or 3 years before you have any impact. Way too low.
Are we seeing that sort of thing taking root in companies like MWH?
No, you mean the modern
Yes.
ideas? Yes. We take on graduates and we take on apprentices. They're the ones teaching us.
Yeah.
Seriously, they're the ones teaching us. And it's a pleasure to watch. And sometimes we have to stand back and say, they know more than we do, because they do.